I've never seen anything like this before,
There is a small community of people across the world who practice a very mysterious religion called Voodoo.
You guys check it out, that is the masquerade.
This religion has been said to be involved in rituals, black magic, witchcraft, and the worst evil things you could probably think of. In this video, I'm traveling to a country where this mysterious religion is still being practiced to understand why everybody is so afraid of it. From doing some research, I also heard that this religion has a powerful spirit which floats in the air, and my plan was to find out if they were lying to all of us. I'm giving myself 48 hours to find this floating spirit. To begin my exploration, I packed my bags and left Lagos to head to Benin Republic, a neighboring country to Nigeria. I had to make this journey by water because going by road was going to take forever, and we only had 48 hours. I arrived in Cotonou, a large port city on the south coast of Benin Republic, and the first thing I did was to head to the streets to start my research. Walking around looking for clues and signs for anything that could link me up to where I could find some voodoo worshippers. The more I searched, the more I realized looking for the right information in a city as big as Cotonou, which was around 79 square kilometers, wasn't going to be an easy task. Finally, we came across a poster on the road that said there was a voodoo festival happening in the town of Ouida, which was about 40 kilometers from where we were. It was called the Voodoo Festival and was meant to attract fans and worshippers from all across the world. We're currently headed to Ouida now to search for more information on the voodoo culture. We heard that it's practiced more prominently here. Hopefully we can find somebody who will give us more information. So what really is voodoo?
This is one of the oldest practices, and some of the deities that we have in Ouida come from Nigeria, such as Shampana, the Oya, and all those stuff. They come from Nigeria. So we, Nigeria, Benin, we worshiping the same God, the ancient God, and this from our ancestors.
Voodoo is an ancient religion practiced by over 30 million people in the West African nations of Benin, Togo, Ghana, and Nigeria. It has countless deities, and animal sacrifice and events of spirit possession of humans are very common. Voodoo has been said to be one of the most misunderstood religions in the world. If this religion was practiced by so many people, is there more to what the eyes could see, and why did it have millions of followers? I was curious and wanted to find the real truth behind voodoo, so I continued digging. So guys, we're finally at Ouida, and our first stop is the Temple of Pythons, which is right behind me here. This is where they worship snakes.
Oh yeah, well don't make me. Oh yeah, well don't make me. Oh, we got my side one.
Snake worshipping is a very normal thing in Benin as part of the voodoo culture, kind of how cattle are celebrated in India.
A python can live like women. This python had 35 years old. A python can live more than 70 years old.
And it's even considered a sign of good fortune should a snake cross one's path.
Jeez, oh my goodness, dude.
It's not a big
It's not a big deal. Look at the way the snake is going.
Generally, pythons are wild animals, so why would anybody worship something that can harm you or literally constrict you to death? The pythons were just a small segment of voodoo, and I wanted to know more and also find the powerful floating spirit I'd heard about, and my time was fast running out. As we're leaving, we bumped into a local tour guide who agreed to provide more information. How do we find them if we're looking for them?
You can wait here or you can start to
go around the town. We will see them. It's just one group, Abby?
It's two groups. This is one of the biggest shrines. The high chief has to do only sacrifices here and move to the Python temple and the other places.
Suddenly the whole streets is filled with a lot of people. That's the main high chief of the voodoo culture. The one in front that has the umbrella over his head.
They've made the prayers on the shrine. That's the biggest shrine that protects the market and people. After here, we're going to the beach normally, where we'll have big ceremony.
According to him, it was the biggest voodoo celebration in Africa, and so I decided to head here.
We finally made it here, and it's actually a very big event.
I noticed on my arrival that there were people not just from Africa, but mostly from America, Brazil, the Caribbean, and many countries across the world. People had flown all the way from other continents to attend this event, and I found this really fascinating.
I have some people with me from the Caribbean that really wanted to know about West Africa and their roots. They find out that they're from here and they're really interested to see the land and where they come from. Wow. And then the Voodoo Festival just really represents the spirits and the ancestors that really brought them back to this land.
The Voodoo Festival takes place every January 10th in Benin Republic, and it's a way for locals to celebrate and pay tribute to their different deities of Voodoo. At the beachfront, there were massive performances by the different followers of different deities, with massive onlookers from far and wide. There were so many thoughts running through my head. If so many people from other parts of the world were willing to attend this ceremony, and it bears lots of similarities to what we see in pop culture and movies today, then why was Voodoo so feared?
Things that you don't understand, you want to stay away from it. Myself, I was thinking that Voodoo was evil for a long time until I was called in. Then I knew that Voodoo is very powerful. Voodoo can help me to be healthy. Voodoo can help me to help another people. That's why we are telling the whole world that the deity, our Voodoo, is not evil. They should practice it.
One of the lessons I've learned in life is that hating or loving anything always has to come from somewhere.
We've been programmed to hate our own culture, hate our own values.
And on further reading of articles on the internet, I discovered that another reason Voodoo is feared is actually due to racism. Voodoo was first practiced in America and the Caribbean by slaves of African descent who had been shipped in from West Africa. Through a strong conviction for their religion, they revolted, with the slaves beginning to kill their masters, which led to a civil war. In the end, the Haitians came out on top by overthrowing the world's richest colony and creating the first Black Republic. The Haitian Revolution provoked fear in other European and American colonies that were reliant on vast numbers of slaves as plantation labor. They then created laws that prohibited the practice of African religions. So what about the dark side of Voodoo? Aren't there people who use it for evil?
Voodoo with the devil's rituals are not the same. Okay. Voodoo will never use somebody for ritual to make money or to earn something. But you choose to be evil or you choose to be good. You choose to be Voodoo, to be helping people, to be bringing people alive, or you choose the evil to kill people. It's a choice.
According to her, Voodoo can be used to protect and it can also be used to harm. What matters is the person wielding it. As the event proceeded with different displays and presentations, I was still on the lookout for the floating spirit. I had heard his name was called Zang Beto, and it's believed to be the spirit of dead relatives. Among Voodoo worshippers, the dead are thought to walk among the living. It was time for the final performance. I could see all the masquerades coming out. There were different masquerades who represented different deities, and they came out in different adornments.
The lineup of masquerades on this side, and these are all the masquerades that are going to perform today.
It was a celebration with drums and lots of dancing and displays.
Guys, check it out. That is the masquerade, but that's what we're waiting for a very long time. It's almost here now.
Now, what if I told you that spinning masquerade you see there has nothing inside it? You would think I was crazy, right? Have a look again. How can this be possible? How can a masquerade be dancing all by itself?
Somebody's in there shaking 1, 2, 3, and they turn it. No one was in there. You know, this is the beauty of voodoo to me. I mean, I don't know, people might say it's a trick.
Everything I was seeing before me went against the laws of physics, and I really couldn't explain it.
It shows how Africans are powerful, and we have to use it in the right way. You know, we just don't have to be scared of our own culture and history.
Those who practice voodoo believe that there is a visible and an invisible world, and that those worlds are intertwined. Death for them is a transition to the invisible world, so our predecessors are still with us in spirit.
If my oldest father or grandfather dead, I can call his spirits in a big masquerade, and then he's going to pray for us to ask
really?
blessing.
So the spirit of your dead great-grandfather
Yes.
can enter that and pray for you?
Yes, and pray for me. Wow.
Over the years, American culture has appropriated our African stories, which are currently being used in box office movies. An example is in the movie Avatar. Ewa, the all-great mother in Avatar 1 and 2, were gotten from Ewa, which are spirits in the African religion of Haitian voodoo. Another place where I noticed this too was in the movie Black Panther, where you see them drinking herbs and going into an afterlife trance. These all bear close similarities to the voodoo culture that has been projected as evil. I guess if it makes money for Hollywood, then it makes sense.
No, God has given us all the herbs, all the plants.
When you say God, are you talking about Almighty
yes,
God?
Yes, yes.
So you also believe in God?
Exactly. You know, in voodoo we believe in God, because if I do a medicine for you now to cure you, I will say that in the name of the Almighty. Because I did not create the herbs I'm using. The names that I'm using, I did not create them.
We aren't always aware of the origins of our beliefs, and every now and then we need to reassess what we know and how we know it, which is why I'm making this video. I'm not a voodoo worshipper by any means, but neither am I a hater. I just seek to understand it and share what I experience with you guys.
For me, as a content creator, believe me or not, I'm very open-minded.
Yeah.
Which anything that I see, I learn from it. That doesn't mean that that's what I believe in, right?
Yeah.
But you travel, you learn, you open your mind.
Mom, if you are watching this video, I'm still your lovely Christian son and I love Jesus. I also noticed that many African traditions and cultures are under threat from modern media, and if voodoo originated from West Africa, doesn't it make sense to try and understand it? It's only through education and getting to know those with different beliefs that we can overcome our fear of the unknown. So what did I learn from this adventure? One of the things I learned about Benin as a country and as a people is how accommodating everybody is with each other's beliefs, as they never interfere with other religious people's activities.
If you look forward, that's a church.
Yeah.
And the opposite is a voodoo temple. I mean, I've
Where they
never
worship
seen something
snakes.
like that before.
It would be great if we can all be tolerant like the people of Benin and seek to learn more about ourselves, because only then can we really begin to understand each other better. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you loved it, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. See you on the next one.